Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're joined by Primo John Rivera, a.k.a. Smack Talker John 23. And we jump into all things wrestling, fourth rope, and he joins the Primos for the Bueno and No Bueno segment for Monday Night Raw and Smackdown, and we jump into so much more. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on! All right, look at this room. We have a special guest today, Arielito. You see this?
Yes, we do. I do.
This is our buddy, Smack Talker John, right? Now, first of all, John, let me say welcome to Primos for Life, right?
Friend of the
Yes,
show.
sir.
Friend of the show. Welcome.
Yeah. And also, thank you for actually like reaching out and saying, hey, like very assertive, but I appreciate the gangster, right? You were like, I want to get on the pod and I need you to get me one of those hats. And I was like, let's go. Bam. We got a listener. We got somebody who actually took us up on our offer because at the end of every episode, we're like, yeah, if anybody wants to get on, hit us up, DM us.
Right.
We'll make it happen.
Right.
Let's have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you taking
man.
the offer up on us. You know what I mean?
Of
Thank you.
course, bro. Listen, man, I'm so appreciated to be on a podcast because listen, man, I love pro wrestling. I am a half Hispanic. My dad is Puerto Rican.
Hey.
I'm half Irish, bro. And guess
Wow.
what? I'm here, bro. And I love the culture y'all do, man. I love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you
Appreciate
very
that.
much. We appreciate that, man. And once again, wholeheartedly, like, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day. I'm sure you have plenty of other things you could be doing right now. So to sit down and give us a little bit of your time to talk about wrestling, because to
Yes,
your
sir.
point, we're just two guys who came up loving wrestling too. So we're looking very much forward to having this little conversation with you, recapping some of the stuff that happened this week, going into some background into you, things along those lines, not just pulling back the curtain on wrestlers, but fans, so that's
Right.
why we're glad we had the opportunity to do this. And once again, as Eddie said, thank you for taking us up on the offer. I
Of
will stop
course.
blathering now. But the one thing I will start off with is the way we always start our interviews off, even though this isn't a typical interview, this is more of just kind of a conversation amongst primos. But the one thing that we always ask everybody here is, what is your first core memory of wrestling? The moment that got you in, the federation, the pay-per-view. Do you remember it, or was it just kind of like an amalgam of things? Eddie always says his was Kane's debut. Mine was, I just remember watching Lucha Libre on Univision or Telemundo with my grandfather when I was like 4 or
Mhm.
5. So do you recall what that was?
Dude, so when I was a kid, we had them giant ass tube TVs like
Yeah.
everybody else, bro.
Yep.
With that
And
knob in the front, like the
bro,
microwave knob.
no. I'm talking like big, like the ones that like you need like your whole family and cousin to pick up.
It was the wood on the outside and the top and the bottom.
Nah,
and,
I'm talking about the big John in the back. Like that looks like a tank.
No doubt. Oh, God, yeah.
Okay.
So, bro, me and my dad, we had like it wasn't like a shop, right? But it was like a Pathmark. But it wasn't called a Pathmark, but it was something else. And we would go there and we would get the tape recorders and we would put them in the VCR and record. And I remember the first one we ever recorded, it was the night that Mick Foley got fired when he was Mankind. And they were doing the pink was the slip on the pole match with him and The Rock.
Yeah.
And this has got to be, bro, 99, 2000. And I think it was Triple H and Stephanie McMahon was like the managers or something like that. That was their role, but they were DX still, like Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, X-Pac. They were still a thing.
Yeah.
And I just remember watching that, and then like we would like record a commercial like idiots, but we would try to stop it before it started. But like, that's when my core memory was that. But I remember every time, like if I wanted to watch pro wrestling, I would just pop that tape in and watch that. But then I didn't realize, I was like, what am I doing? There's next episode, like there's another show coming.
Right.
And then dude, then after that, that was it, bro. I was hooked. I remember watching, bro, that show. And then I remember like they were like doing this whole retirement thing for Mick Foley. But like we all know he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So they were like doing memories of him in the Hell in a Cell match with the Undertaker. Him when he came back as Cactus Jack. Dude, I just remember that, and that was what made me fall in love with pro wrestling, was that right there. And then just from like that to like remembering in 2003 when Stone Cold was I don't even think, was he the manager at the time or like whatever,
Oh
and
yeah,
he
he
got
was like a
fired.
GM at one
Yeah,
point.
and
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
got fired at Survivor Series, and it was him and Bischoff, and I remember him just whipping Bischoff's ass and seeing Shawn Michaels in the ring bleeding. Like, dude, those are my core memories. But dude, like Shane McMahon and Angle, like King of the Ring, like that match,
Yeah.
bro. Or like the hardcore matches with like Hardcore Holly and Raven and like all those Johns with Bradshaw getting in the matches,
Oh
bro.
man, Bradshaw.
Bro, like dude, like I'm talking like I'll be sitting there for hours, me and my dad just watching pro wrestling, bro. And like those are the memories that I always had. Like just coming through my ages being like young and then like taking it to like middle school, dog. But yeah.
That's great, man. That's great. Damn.
But like
Dang.
that's what I'm saying. Like when my first ever John watching was Mick Foley getting fired, and I'm being so upset because I loved Mankind and
Yeah.
Mick Foley, bro.
Yeah. And I just saw him in Vegas. Dude, he's tall. I didn't realize how tall he was. You know what I mean?
And,
He's a tall dude.
And he lost a lot of weight
Yeah, yeah, for
because
sure.
because he was like in a bad place, and like I think DDP got him back on his shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dang, bro. So okay, so all right, John. So quick question for you then, because we met through our love of Fourth Rope, right? We saw you out in Philly. Obviously, since that we've connected, you know, through social medias, through Instagram and stuff, and we've been chatting it up and stuff like that. But before we get into like our normal program of like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, let's talk Fourth Rope real quick. Like,
Yes,
where did that? How did that connection happen? Like, how did your love for that become? Because, like, I'll tell you really quickly. For me, it wasn't until we started doing this that because being out here in Florida, I see Cha Cha all the time. Right? He's the primo for real, for real. He's the Primo's champ. He'd be rocking this belt for us all the time. And the thing is, like, I didn't realize, like, once I started following him, I saw that he was out in Paris for a show. And I was like, yo, this dude was just in Florida. Like, this dude is like making moves like that. And then when I saw what he was out there for you know, and seeing the Fourth Rope brand and then really opening up that world, I was like, oh no, I gotta go to the show. And then I obviously from then, like I missed a couple of shows. And I went to the one out in Jersey at Six Flags, went out there. And then obviously we were at the one in Philly. And that's how we got brought into this world. So how did you get brought in? Like, how did you get into this world of Fourth Rope?
Bro, I went like a huge hiatus with pro wrestling between like obviously everybody stopped watching pro wrestling when like it was just gimmicks. Like Monday Night Raw was just gimmicks, SmackDown was just gimmicks. So I went like I didn't really watch wrestling. And then I heard about Enzo Amore.
Right.
And that's my guy, bro. Like straight up the like nicest person I've ever met. But I heard that he was from Jersey, so I kind of watched him. And then out of nowhere, like this TMZ thing comes out that he's did this and that and the third, and he's fired. I was like, damn, like, you know, and I found out he was from Jersey, and like, I was like, all right, so I had somebody to watch. And like I said, that happened. So he's gone. I stopped watching wrestling again. And then, I started getting back into hip hop because, you don't really have any much good hip hop back in those days.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to Action Bronson. Then I started listening to Joey Badass.
Yeah.
And then someone comes up, is like one of my boys are like, yo, you need to start listening to West Side Gun. I was like, West Side Gun. I said, all right. So he showed me the album for Flag God. So I popped that in my headphones, and right then and there, dude, I fell in love with every song that Supply God, and then he just kept dropping album after album after album, and then West Side Gun was my guy. And then
Yeah.
after that, I started listening to the whole Griselda with Benny the Butcher, Conway, and then I find out about Smoke DZA. So I mean I knew it was about Smoke DZA, but I didn't really listen to his music like that because I wasn't really into him at the time. So and then
Right.
he started popping up, so I started listening to him. Then Enzo Amore comes back into the wrestling scene 2 years later, and then he's doing his indie stuff, whatever.
Right.
And then I saw him that he was going to be in Jersey. So I saw him at this church in the middle of Milford, New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
I pop in there. I never met him before, and he's having a meet and greet, and I was wearing a Giants jersey. He's like, "Yo, man, I'm a Giants fan too." We took a photo, this, that, and the third. Ever since that day, I kept going to see him, kept going to see him. Like every time he was in Jersey, I go pop up. So one day I was at a Giants game, and I saw that he was there on his story. I was like, "Oh, Enzo's here. I'm gonna try to find him." Not trying to be weird, but I'll see if he's around. I walk up the staircase, he's right there. I was like, "Yo,
Oh man.
Enzo." And he's looking at me. I'm like, "Yo, man, cause he would do like a podcast on YouTube with like one of his friends. And I'm like, "Yo, it's me. I'm Smack Talker John. This is, I just made up a name because one day saw me in the comments and I was talking shit. So he saw me as he was like, what are you talking shit, John?" So right then and there, I made that name, Smack Talker John.
There you go.
And then, so we just connected. And after that, I saw that he was, hanging out with West Side Gun and like these videos. And then Fourth Rope comes about.
Yeah.
And I think their first show was in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to it, but I heard about it. But then like Cha Cha Charlie, he pops up there. Never heard of him before. I started going on YouTube, started watching all his matches.
Yeah.
Then I saw him and Enzo at a show up in Ridgeville Park a year ago. After that, dude, we started connecting. It was for like one of his boys for there was a Memorial Day like thing for Vince Steele. His name was. He passed away like randomly in the ring, bro. It was so sad.
Dang.
And like they had a whole memorial, and right then and there, I kept seeing Cha Cha, I kept seeing Enzo, and then out of nowhere, Fourth Rope came about, and then I just kept supporting the cause because first of all, I love hip hop.
Yeah.
I love West Side Gun. I love Enzo. I love my man Cha Cha. And then all these other group of wrestlers start coming in, like Zilla. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about Zilla until I saw that he was Umaga's son. Then I started
Yeah.
watching his matches.
Yeah.
Then I saw Josh Bishop. Didn't know anything about him. Started watching his matches. Then who else was there? Tyara James. She's another one.
Yeah.
Rocking this dude. She's probably one of the most kick-ass women wrestlers on the planet.
Underrated.
Started watching her, bro.
Yeah, she's
underrated is
fantastic.
not even the word.
Yeah.
She's just, bro.
Yeah.
Forget it, man. And I started watching her matches. Then I started seeing her up in Poughkeepsie. Linked up with her there. Started talking to her there. It's just like Fourth Rope, dude. There's no other type of show out there.
Really
First show I ever went to for Fourth Rope was at Six Flags.
Nice.
Bro, that card was supposed to be the biggest card ever.
Mhm.
I took off work.
Yeah.
Then it rained.
It rained. It got pushed. Yeah. Because it was supposed to be
rained.
Thursday, and then it
Yeah.
got pushed to that. I think Saturday it got pushed to.
Yeah, and it
Mhm.
rained, and I was supposed to meet Enzo there and Chacha there, and then like everything got flipped. So then it turned into, "Yo, John, we need your help." I said, "Bro, whatever you need."
Mhm.
He calls me. He's like, "Yo, I need you to go pick up 5150 Slice Boogie at the airport." I
Nice.
said, "What?"
Shout outs
He's
to
like,
Boog.
"Bro,
There
let
you
me
go.
tell you something, dude. Slice Boogie, the nicest guy I ever met.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's
Yep.
very, very
Yep.
intimidating.
He is.
When you first look at him, I'm like,
Right.
damn, this guy looks like he will kill you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bro, he gets in my car when I pick him up. Nicest guy ever.
Of course.
Then I start to drive. Enzo calls me, "Yo, back around." I said, "Why?" "I need you to go pick up some Zamaya." Zamaya's another one from Phoenix.
Yeah.
She's the one that had her face paint with the like all like
Right.
Yeah, she
yeah.
just signed
If
to
you
MLW. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I pick her up. I thought she was gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Nicest woman ever,
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
Bro, we drove from Newark all the way to Six Flags. All we did was just talk about wrestling. And like, dude, that night was insane because then I get up working pass. I walk in, I meet Tommy Invincible, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Dude, I meet who else was there? I meet TNA's owner. What's his name? Carlos.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. Then I meet fucking Rome Streets. There's another artist that I've been following, bro.
Man.
Coolest guy ever, bro. Griselda. I listen to Rome Streets every day at work. And I told him that, bro, and he appreciate that.
Yeah.
Then, bro, it's like something out of a movie, bro. You're just sitting in Gorilla. And then you're just seeing all these people just come in and like you're like meeting all your heroes when you're a kid.
Man.
And like I'm trying so hard not to mark out.
Yeah. It's
But
hard. It's tough.
bro, it's so tough. And
Yeah.
like I've been to conventions with Fourth Rope. Like before, I think it was SummerSlam last SummerSlam when they were in MetLife.
Yeah.
Eric Enzo told me to go over there help him, bro. I'm in there with legends. Billy Gunn was sitting right next to me, bro. Bro, I was having a conversation with Billy Gunn and I was telling him, bro, I used to watch you as a kid, and everybody gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
But that was my tag team, bro.
Yeah. The New
The
Age Outlaws. were
Yeah, New Age
the man.
Outlaws. Yeah. Yep.
They were great.
Bro. But like, not to get all over the place, but dude, Fourth Rope, bro. There's no other show like that. And being in that crowd for Six Flags, and it was on a Saturday,
Yeah.
we had a full house.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah,
house.
that's pretty
And dude,
packed.
when Cha Cha came out and hit that splash, that pop dog.
Yeah.
I'm the reason why he has that video for that Six Flags clip. When he hit that splash, when he got that 1, 2, 3, that pop, bro.
Yeah.
I never heard a pop like that for a guy from upstate New York. Come on, bro, you ain't gonna get that. And he's from Florida.
Yeah.
But dog, that show, and then Philadelphia, man, like it was wild, bro. Like I walk into Philly, they ask they need help. Me and my man Will, I don't know if you met him, but he does a podcast called 5 Star Classics, and he was in the front row at Six Flags. I don't know if you've seen the video, but he was like the big tall white dude in the corner.
Yeah.
And we get in the car, and Josh Bishop comes up to us. He's like, yo, I need you to grab me weapons.
Oh, shit.
I said, what? I said, me? He's like, yeah, man, I need you to go to the store. You got a car? I said, yeah, word. So I'm like, yo, I'm getting my car, and this big ass kid named Will is like, I'll come with you. I said, all right, word. We get in the car, we go all the way to Walmart in Philadelphia, mind you.
Yeah.
We walk in there, dog. We're getting steel chairs. I had to find thumbtacks. You know, bro, you know in the match when he dumped out the thumbtacks, that was my sock that he was dumping all those thumbtacks. Bro.
Oh man, were they clean though? Were they clean though? You know what I'm saying?
Probably not.
Yeah,
No,
Josh was
no.
he was like,
bro,
what the-
bro, so that sock, the sock that I used for work the day before, and they were asking me, yo, we need something to put these thumbtacks in. I was like, bro, what am I? And I was like, oh shit, I got a sock in my trunk. So I went in my trunk, got a sock,
Man.
filled that thing up to the brim. There was 5,000 thumbtacks in there.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Dude. And
do they come in packs of like 5,000 or like
nah,
what?
there were like 200 of them in a pack.
Oh, so
and I'm just
wow,
bought a shit ton of them just here,
dumping them.
Oh man.
Wow. But after that, dude, like that night, I was like, man, I'm all in. Fourth Rope is my shit.
Yeah.
Like, and then my man Prime, like, I don't know if you guys met Prime. He's like the head honcho, dude. Chillest guy in the world. So this pin, I don't know, I told him about the story. This pin, bro, is like a gold mine. So if you get a heels hat, bro, make sure you get a pin that like you can lock it in from the back of it. I'm standing in Gorilla, and I don't know why I was back there, but I was supposed to be. But I come out, I go through the curtain, I went through a bunch of people. Next thing you know, dude, I feel the thing in the back rolling in my hat. I was like, what the hell is that? I took it out. I looked, this shit's gone. Reason why I bring that up, I go in the back. My man Prime is like, yo, what happened to your pin? I said, I don't know. Somebody must have stole it. Took his pin off his hat, handed him mine to my hat, bro.
Wow.
That dude, just like, that's why I love this company, bro. We're a family. Family, dog. And like, I didn't ask for money, nothing. They handed me $160 just because I was running around.
That's cool, man.
I'm not a part of the talent. I'm just a worker.
Right. You just helping out. You just volunteering to help out. Yeah.
But dude, it's just, I love it, man. I love being at Fourth Rope. I love just like the community. Like,
yeah, man.
We're not some bullshit ass like wrestling group that you get like 20 people and you got your uncle that's drunk with one tooth in his mouth. Like we getting people that love hip hop and pro wrestling at the same exact time.
Yep.
And like, just to see the energy, bro. I got the microphone at one point and I'm hyping up the damn crowd. How the hell did that happen?
Hey,
you know,
you got to take these opportunities and run with it, man. That's just it. And you do it.
And I know I feel like I'm rambling right now, but bro, it's just like, bro, like this is like, if you don't watch Fourth Rope, you're missing out.
Yeah,
because
that's it.
Like,
you're missing
like,
out.
Because we're not doing gimmicks, dude. We're doing just straight wrestling. And I get it. People want to see your annual, cut your promo, 5 seconds drop kick, super kick, hit like pin 1, 2, 3, whatever. But not us, dude. Like we're here to blow out arenas everywhere we go.
So funny thing that you say that, right? Because that's exactly what we're going to get into and exactly how I felt catching up and watching Monday Night Raw and Smackdown this week.
Man.
Because I think you said it perfectly. I think that's why Fourth Rope is so appealing, because it's so punk rock, it's so exclusive, it's like you got to be there to really be there and like really be part of it, whether you're working, whether you're a fan, whether you're in between, whether you're running around with talent, regardless, it's an experience that like anybody and everybody could enjoy. But what you just said was real, because that's exactly what I felt with Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, because I was watching it. And I mean, you know what? Let's just get into it, right? So these are the buenos and no buenos from Monday Night Raw, right? Let's start with the no buenos, since you were just talking about it, right? But the first thing that I saw that I didn't like on Monday Night Raw that took place in Laredo, Texas this past Monday, the Joe Hendry segment. Not that I didn't like the segment. I like that he got the pop for the song, but why call out Logan Paul? I don't see the bigger picture. I don't see the end game. Like I don't see the purpose of this. So if you guys could shed some light on this, like, is there something that you guys saw that I didn't see? What did you guys think of that?
Well, I mean, if I can lead off here real quick, I think it was Hendry. First of all, you want to get Hendry involved with someone big. Logan Paul is big. He's your draw. So the other thing is this is a quick way for you to also use the profits, get them in a match, take the belt off the Vision, and now you can do something with Paul. Maybe Joe Hendry helps cost the Vision the belts, and now he's got this feud with Paul going. But I think because of the fact that they want to bring Joe Hendry up, you want to get him against a draw and a name and someone who's going to put eyes on the screens. Whether you like him or not, that's what Logan Paul does.
John, what do you think?
I think it's all bullshit. Like, why are we still doing the guitar? Like, bro, that was a rock thing. Like, Dwayne Johnson started that shit.
Yeah.
Like, Joe, I get it, bro.
I hate the concert. Yep.
Yeah, dude, we had Elijah doing that.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a Jeff Jarrett thing, bro. Jeff Jarrett, Honky Tonk Man used to come out with the
Jarrett.
I mean, not the chairs, the guitars.
The guitars,
bro.
yeah.
But like,
yeah,
I'm sick of it, dog.
You're over the gimmicky stuff.
I'm over the. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? And
but
listen,
hey,
man,
but I wanted to know what you thought, because Joe Hendry has been in Fourth Rope. So I mean,
and there's nothing against Joe Hendry, because listen, bro, I was on a flight to Phoenix, back to New Jersey. Joe Hendry was on my airplane. Nicest guy ever.
Dude. Yeah.
It's just like, what are we doing? My man can wrestle. My
Right.
man, like when he was in fourth rope, dude, and that pop came out for him, he came out and wrestled.
Right.
That's what I want. That's what we need. We don't need him to be sitting there pretending like he's Elijah, pretending he's Dwayne Johnson, pretending like he's Jeff Jarrett. Bro, he's just Joe Hendry. Do
Okay.
your little thing, wrestle.
All right.
Just
All
do
right.
the
Okay.
turn.
So we all agree this does belong in the no bueno. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This definitely belongs
But
in the
I
no
also
bueno.
think like the whole giving Logan Paul and Austin Theory the tag titles just to just drop it to
The Profits.
for what? Why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Why is Joe Henry even involved then?
Right. Yeah. I found
I
it
don't
odd
know.
that I found it odd that he called them out. That's why I was like, this doesn't make sense to me. Took me out of the
No, it
moment.
didn't.
Okay.
Because it didn't make sense. It's
Yeah.
a very random call. Like I said, I just thought they would try. This is their thought process, because of course you're getting TKO mind thinking, which isn't
Yeah.
fucking really thinking at all.
And they're trying to get little kids involved.
Well, that's the
Right.
thing. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing is, you know, you have these concerts and things like this because it's what brings in the younger viewers. So they want
Right.
to keep that demographic going. It's always the double-edged sword there is they want to be able to try and placate both fan bases.
Mhm.
The kids and then the older people who are like us, who want to see the good match and want to see the wrestlers wrestle. You know?
Facts.
Mhm.
Facts. All right. Okay. So then the other item that I put on the no bueno list is I'm not
Only
really
two?
crazy.
Only two, really?
Only it's really
Wow.
3 because the third one is the rest of the episode. But number 2 is not crazy
you love that.
about the Obafemi Open Challenge. Again, another situation where I don't see the play. I don't see the bigger picture. How do you set this man up to destroy Brock Lesnar and then to call out Roman Reigns post Mania to now be like, hey, all the champions are pretty busy right now, so let's do an open
Is that what
challenge.
he
So you
sounded
just-
like?
That's what he sounded like to me. It was like, well, you know, everybody's busy, so let's do an open challenge. So what I'm thinking
Hashtag
is
Wolf at me.
we're gonna have another 8 weeks of him just destroying people for no reason. Thoughts?
Right. He's another Braun Strowman.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
And there's no disrespect to Ovemi because, you know, he did bring down Brock. And you know what, dude? I watched Brock from day one when he came in. He started smoking Maven, Spike Dudley, Al Snow. Like that's Brock Lesnar that I remember.
Destroyed him.
Yeah.
And like seeing Paul Heyman just scream, dude, that memory will always live with me because I remember that. That was after WrestleMania.
Right.
Yeah.
So now they're doing that to Ofemi. Give him this props. I give him his little walk that he does. That's cool. Give him a title shot then.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing the open challenge thing? This is not John Cena. He doesn't have the US belt. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like, we're just wasting
Yeah.
time.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what they're doing, and but that's the point. The point is they're trying to kill time, and this is a way to keep Obafemi on without having to put him in a main event and give him the match early enough, because you can't build him up the way you did, have him go into a match and then have him take an L real quick. So this is a way to keep him on. But once again, my mindset as to what they're thinking. This is a way to keep him on without having to put a belt on him, quickly, cost anybody. Their top spot at the moment in time, knowing that he will get his eventually because he's fantastic.
Right.
So it is exactly that. It's them wasting time because they're like, we have to fill 2.5 hours, whatever that we're doing on Netflix, and we have to keep Obafemi fresh in people's mind. So this way, an open challenge is also interesting because you can do things like bring back old gimmick wrestlers and stuff like that, which young people like, and people who always go, you remember this, remember that, like who want to, have those moments in the past again. You get a pop from them too. So it's exactly that. It's wasting time, buying time, while still keeping over fresh in everyone's mind. Once again, my thought process.
Yeah,
I got a
makes sense.
question now.
What's up?
Netflix, right?
Mhm.
I was watching that whole like whatever like behind the scenes bullshit series that they're doing,
Oh,
and I
Unreal.
heard, I
Unreal,
heard
yeah.
about they can't go over their time. What time aren't you going over? You're on Netflix now. You're not on TV. Like who are you taking time from?
I
Yeah.
have no idea. I have no
Well,
idea, because that was one of the things Eddie and I talked about when they first started going to Netflix. We had this
Yeah.
conversation,
Right.
right, Eddie? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was gonna say you're right because their time frame should be unlimited because there's no, episodic programs that are like, oh yeah, this show starts at 9, this show starts at 10. But I think though what they mean by time is like, if they're scheduled, because remember these producers put these matches together. Like Bobby
Mm-hmm.
Roode puts a match together, Shane Helms puts a match together, Davari puts a match together, TJ, etc. But
Mm-hmm.
they're allotted time with these wrestlers to be like, all right, you have 5 minutes, make this 5 minutes spectacular. And then if they
Right.
go over that, then you're messing up everybody else. Like you're tripping up everybody else. I think that's what they
Right.
mean. But to your point, it's like they weren't really clear about that. But then I also think it's all bull. They just add
Yeah.
drama to the show to make you think, oh, like,
Right.
So who knows?
I guess also I didn't think about that they're in an arena too, so they have like a time limit. But they got TK Mo money.
Yeah.
That's
Like
yeah,
you can
that's,
make it seem like you can't pay that bill, dog. Like, come on.
I doubt it's even really a bill. I doubt it's even really a bill. I mean,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But okay, so those were the no buenos plus the rest of the episode. But let's talk. Let's try to see the positive of Monday
Rest of
Night
the
Raw.
episode. Oh,
Right.
there was.
Yeah, I mean, I thought so. All right, let's start with the opening. Right, the telenovela opening of the Bloodline. I felt like it was nicely done. I felt like it. Here's why. Here's why. It was very reminiscent of like Lucha Underground production, right?
Right.
Like the
Okay.
camera quality. Roman in the middle of the chair, the Usos next to them. They're having like a family conversation, and then they did the Power Rangers go Power Ranger thing at the end. But the quality was good. I was like, okay, these 2 episodes are really just setting up everything for the future, and I thought it was
Mhm.
nicely done. What did you guys think?
It
Good.
was filler. It was filler. I mean, but to your point, yes, I think it was very what's his name, Johnny Cueto or whatever it was over Lucha Underground in the Aztec Empire. That
Right.
was such a fun show, and it was such a great federation, like such a great league. This did have that kind of moment because they started to do weird like movie things like that early on, and it was fantastic. Robert Rodriguez's channel and El Rey and stuff, so it was great. So I think that was definitely, I see what you're saying when they were coming at that angle, and yeah, that was a complete nonsensical interview and waste of time, and then to have them end with the hand on the hand, and then the third one is, oh god, man, come on, really, we gotta do this.
Bro,
John, what'd you think?
I think it's just the bloodline story thing has got to come to an end. Like,
Really?
how many times are we gonna do? I'm the tribal chief. I'm the tribal chief.
Yeah, well,
Bro,
when
we know you're the tribal chief. How many times do you got to say it for us to understand? And then they're gonna flip it with Jacob Fatu,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna make him lose.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
what?
Because he's not winning.
No.
we all know he ain't winning.
No, like,
that's
that
not
Roman-
happening
Dude,
at all.
everybody that gets a WrestleMania title is gonna defend it one time and win it.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
the Jacob Fatu push for?
Yeah, no one's gonna take a hard L after winning their belt.
No.
Like especially winning their belt. Yeah, no one's gonna take the hard
But
L. once later.
again, we don't know because I don't want to say his name. Chris Benoit had his title. Randy Orton took his shit pretty quick.
Yeah. Dang.
Well, I mean, probably much different reasons.
Different times, bro. Different manager.
Different times were. I mean, they
Different
did give
reasons.
him that. People did. They did give him that strap, and then they did take it off pretty quick.
Yeah. I mean, well, then think about Kane too, right? Remember, didn't he win it on a Sunday and then lose it on Monday too? I mean,
I
Well,
think he
they
lost.
did-
I think he lost it on Monday. Yeah, like he lost it on Raw.
I think
it's
they did that
Kane.
to. I think they did that to Edge too with Cena.
There you go. There you go. All right.
Oh,
all right.
ouch.
So next thing on the Buenos list, right? You guys didn't sound like that last one was Bueno, so I guess I was the only one on that one. But
No, I saw what you were talking about with the with the ode to
Lucha.
Lucha.
I like Fatu, man. He's a good wrestler, and I like the Usos, and I like how Roman Reigns got himself back onto the top. And I can't even front. Bloodline's sick, but I'm just sick and tired of the. Do you love me? Yeah, bro.
Yes, we all love you, dude.
Yeah, we love
Do
you.
you
Bro.
love me?
All right. Well, another story that you guys may be sick of is the Vision. We got Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins face off. I put it in the Buenos simply because I thought it was well done. I like that they brought up all the history and the references and like, yeah, you know, when I went to NXT and I called Shawn Michaels and I was like, I want to wrestle the best. You know, he led me to you, Braun, and I knew you were the future. I knew you were the, and that's why we started this vision. But you turned your back on me because of this sack of meat, which is Paul Heyman. Da 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 da. So really, the prize here is Paul Heyman, apparently. But I like where this is going, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But I thought it was good. What did you guys think? I mean,
John, go ahead.
I think Braun Breaker's a beast, dog.
yeah,
Bro, like my man took a chair shot off the back of the neck like that and then come back the next week.
yeah,
I fucks with him, bro. He a beast. Like my man takes off like a Lamborghini from 0 to 100. And my man can take off quick.
Projectile
Bro,
missile.
dude, the fact that my man can take off and go like this and flip his entire body and then take somebody off, it's just like that's like total different athlete that we ever seen in pro wrestling. I don't think we ever seen that type of athlete before.
He's sometimes scary with it because sometimes
Yeah.
he gets so fast and so vertical that he like misses the person sometimes and he barely catches him with his arm and you're like, don't hit the post or something crazy because
Yeah.
he really like just spears the shit out of himself. Like it is truly like crazy. I think to get to your point, Ed, I like how Braun stood up to Rollins. It was like, I didn't need you. And then he started doing the, I'm the visionary. I was like, yes, to all of this right now.
Yes.
So fun segment, definitely a fun segment. They, of course, building and setting up because they're going to Backlash or whatever's coming up in 2 weeks. So yeah, good. And to your point, John, I mean, Bombergers, we've known this was going to happen. We've been waiting for it to happen. I think the injury is, of course, what stunted everything. So now it's picking up where you came off, and to have Seth Rollins be like, "Oh, I was your mentor," and then him be like, "Nah, man, like nah, tranquilo."
I mean, you really weren't. Like, I mean, you were just like you got hurt, and that whole storyline got flattened.
Yep.
yeah.
But I fucks with Seth Rollins. I think he's a beast too, bro. Like,
great.
I mean,
my
Rollins
man
is
had
amazing. Rollins is amazing.
my man had so many knee surgeries, and my man still comes back and he wants to be on top. You can't hate on the guy.
Oh, not at all, man. Not at all. And I always say, like or dislike, the respect has to be there because he's amazing in the ring, he's fantastic on the mic. Like he's been there, one of their primetime players for a reason because he can be and because he goes through all that stuff. And yeah, so kudos to him, man.
Yeah. All right, moving on in the Buenos list. The attempted murder on Stephanie Becker by the Judgment Day. I loved this segment because she was talking, and then out of nowhere, the three like monsters, Raquel and Roxanne and Liv is just standing there watching the mayhem happen, and they're like trying to kill this woman. And I legitimately was like concerned. I was like, oh, this got real. But again, sometimes I mark out for certain things. What did you guys think?
This was okay. So she was walking down the corridor, right? She was just like looking at her new merch and shit. And she's walking down, and then here comes Raquel out of nowhere. And then I'm like, okay, well, what are they gonna do? And then when I see Roxanne kind of just get ready to push this big crate that's holding, sound crate or whatever it's holding, that's on wheels, I'm like, oh, how is she going to get her, like her arms up to brace for this if she's on the foot line? And then she hit it. I was like, oh shit. Okay. Well, this is, and then just Liv's face sells it all. Like just that cold, blank, vicious stare sells it all. So, which is why I've always been with like Liv because she can sell that shit right there and doing it to Stephanie. Amazing. I don't know if Stephanie's looking to get time off. Maybe after she had her run with the belt, this might be a way to put her on the shelf for a little while, give her a vacay, and then have her come back, maybe a SummerSlam, something like that. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It was a fun segment, and I love the attempted murder aspect of it. Yes.
John, what do you think?
That was a receipt from what she did to her dome piece when she got that knot right here. That's why they did that, bro. I think it was badass, bro. I think that whole Judgment Day group, I didn't think it would be this long. I thought they would have chopped that after when Edge got out of it. I didn't think it would have been that long.
Yeah.
But the fact that like Dominic is still pushing it, when they kicked out Finn, I was kind of like, all right, like I guess they have to.
Right.
But
Yeah.
the fact that McDonoughn's still there, he didn't get
Yeah.
released. That was awesome.
Yeah.
My boy Limo, he's from Ireland, and he's Enzo's boy.
Is that how you say his name, Limo? Because when we were doing the fourth rope review, we kept calling him Limo.
Yeah, it's Limo.
Wait,
Everybody,
what?
That's his name, Limo. We've been calling Limo.
yeah. But he's a dude.
He's good.
Let me tell you, dude, that guy is a beast, bro.
Yeah.
He's got to be like 2% body fat, shredded to the gills, and my man is a workhorse. And I don't be shocked if you don't see him going to like promotion soon, because the dude is just I couldn't even he's a workhorse, bro.
Yeah, he's on point.
And
Beast.
where was I going with the story? Oh, so he was telling me like McDonough, bro, he would help like the whole group of Irish kids back in Dublin. And he was telling me like, dude, like the fact that he's at the level that he is, like, that's what we want. We want to be there.
Yeah.
And the fact they're just making that guy kind of like the Irish slang that this guy has is so funny. He calls them bump monkeys when they're just bumping.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. Like McDonough, all he does is bump. And he just sells.
He does.
Sells.
Yep.
And
he takes
it's
shots.
awesome. Dude, it's awesome to see that he didn't get released. And it's cool, man. I think the Judgment Day is cool to see. The fact that when Damian Priest left and they just kept that crew, I think it can go on for maybe another year before Dominic Mysterio goes for a babyface,
Yeah, you got to turn him. You got to turn him eventually. Yeah.
Yeah. And him and what's her name starts, having beefing, because that's what they did with Eddie Guerrero in China.
Yeah.
So they're gonna eventually break up one day.
Facts. Yeah, I mean it happened with Rhea Ripley. So I mean,
oh yeah, so Ripley and yeah, I mean, listen, it's gonna we're gonna get a jealous storyline soon with him and Liv Morgan. So
yeah,
but shout out to Liv Morgan, yo, she a Jersey girl.
Yeah. Elmwood Park. Elmwood Park.
All right, next item on the Buenos list. Great.
You have a lot of Buenos considering you said the rest of the episode was in your bad section. I'm just saying
this one stood out.
Listen, I'm all for it.
The Great Kaiser Americano promo. Very Christopher Nolan Batman music background-esque. I really liked it. I felt like I thought he was gonna say like, "Where is she?" but like in Spanish. You know what I mean? I thought it was really good. What'd you guys?
You know why he did that though?
Why?
Because that whole Ric Flair thing that happened.
Oh, that's right? Because Ric Flair came out of pocket saying like because Ric Flair is not allowed to be in there because they're like beefing or something, right? I was reading that.
Yeah, the WWE and him are beefing because apparently
always,
bro. Listen, I love Rick. I loved when he was in Evolution. I love when he was like selling like a nut job in WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro,
just blading all over the place with his pink hair.
Bro, he just needs to stop, bro. Like, it's really sad because, bro, I know a lot of friends of mine that went through addiction. It sucks, and I can only imagine what that man's going through because I don't know if you guys watched his story. Obviously, you probably did.
Yeah.
His son passed away from drugs.
Right.
And that's what's killing him. My man is just
numbing
in pain by drinking and drinking.
Yeah.
And then he gets so drunk that he just goes on rants.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, obviously. And then this guy, Luke, he did what he did. And I think that was a shot at Rick when he was going off like he did. Yeah. That's my opinion. But yeah, it's just it's sad, bro. The fact that we're seeing it, we're literally watching a man die right in front of us.
Dang. Yeah. Harsh, and like truthful words though. I mean that's real.
And Charlotte Flair can make that stop.
It's tough because like you said, when it comes, especially when it comes to addiction, they got to be ready to do it. It's got to, so yeah, it's a rough one. It's a rough one. I didn't even think to even put those two in the same category.
Right. And I mean, that's probably what happened. My man he ranted, and he put that poor dude. Bro, He's literally took over somebody's gimmick, and he's trying his best.
Yeah.
And you're going after the poor guy. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about?
And he not only take the gimmick, but also make it extraordinary. Like,
Right.
I'm all for Kaiser Americano all day. Like, I can't wait because tonight's gonna happen. I think tonight's the match where they do mask versus mask on AAA, and I can't wait for Chad Gable to come back as Chad Gable because you can't break up Kaiser and Bates. And,
yes, you can. Yes, you can.
No,
Yes,
you
you can.
can't,
Yes, you
dude.
can. Yes, you can.
They're
Yes, you can.
money, bro.
You absolutely can. You absolutely can. You absolutely can. Because if you have the original Grande Americano, I mean, I understand the want for Gable to get his push and get his solo run because it's Gable and he's been there for so long and he's a company guy. He's a trooper. He's a worker. You know, so I understand that. But you can disband these other three, man. Oh yeah, absolutely. He's a stud. He's a stud, man, in every sense. But you can disband the other three very quickly. Or this may be with the other two idiots just turn on Kaiser Americano and then it's like, oh no, now he's gone. And then here come the Americanos. You get them a run for a little while and then move on to it because you're bringing people up. You're tossing people because you're bringing people up. Ricky Saints is here. Royce Keys is here. All Ego Ethan Page is up now. So that's why these cuts are happening. Because the cuts is going down. So you got to make room. This next round, this is where you might lose the Tyler Bates of the world and whatever his name is,
Rios,
Bravo, or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wish like AAA signed some of the people that got released. Like, you couldn't sign Selena Vega. Like, come on, bro. Like, Hispanic.
Well, but the thing is, I mean, WWE has part of that. So I think if they cut ties with them, they just want to be completely like, tato, like we want, like you, like, we're good with you for a little while. Like,
wrong, dog.
Oh
it's
yeah,
horrible.
Because you can move them to a lesser thing. Sometimes I say that shit to Eddie. I'm like, put him on speed, put him on whatever the free thing on Tubi is. I'm like,
velocity,
velocity, right?
Bring back velocity, right?
Bring back Sunday Night Heat, like stuff like this, like
I used to love Sunday Night Heat.
Sunday Heat's great,
bro.
So yeah, that's why you have an opportunity, especially when you're such a big company and you have TKO money because you do. To be able to not have to release these people and use them in different places, and it's a shame because they could have used them when they have their hand in TNA. Give Aleister Black and Toledo a run on TNA for 2 months, see what happens, and then if not, cut them then. But there's opportunities. It's a damn shame that they didn't get it.
Yeah. I just feel like that. Like, you got so much opportunity with AAA, and the fact that you're just not taking the opportunity for a Selena Vega, bro. Could you imagine Aleister Black and that Psycho Clown, dude?
Oh man,
dog.
Yeah, that'd be a match, bro.
Are you kidding me? That would be, and then dude, just a black mask, and then when that guy rips his mask off,
bro,
money.
Look at you.
That's
you need to be in a writer's room. Is what you need to do.
That is money, bro.
See, you learn a couple things when you're doing work at Fourth Rope. See, man.
That's right. You back there.
You learn things. You learn things.
I peep you. Yeah, but all right. To keep the ball rolling, the last two things on Monday Night Raw, and then we can move to SmackDown, and we'll blow through that really quickly. Danhausen and Miz home takeover. That's money. That's hysterical. Danhausen is just so over, and then Jacob taking out the OTC with the Tongan death grip, the most illegal move in the Samoan dynasty. How dare he? What did you guys think about those two things? Whichever one you guys want to talk about, let's jump in on it. What do you guys think?
John, go ahead. I'll let you take a lead on this one.
What are we starting with? Danhausen?
Your call. Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
We're going to do a quick Danhausen. Yo, let me be real with that man. Yo, he's your gimmick. And I'm glad that he's getting his run because they did it to Uncle Howdy. And then guess what happened to Uncle Howdy? They cut his ass quick. And which is a shame because they could have made a real storyline for just with him and then just cut everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't keep him sucks, but shout out to Danhausen, bro. I met him one time at a convention. Really nice to all the kids. He got the John Cena spark now. And now that John Cena saw him in WrestleMania, Danhausen's set for life. Shout out to him. And I think it's cool that The Miz did a job for him for that.
Right.
Oh, that's sick. Because the Miz has been there forever, and the fact that they didn't cut him and they're keeping him for legacy is awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, Jacob, dude, that I think he kind of botched it. I don't know if y'all saw it when he
Yeah,
first
it's like-
grabbed
It
it.
looked, yeah. I was like, where does he have by the beard?
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh!
I thought he was choking him for the first round, and I was kind of confused what was happening. But the fact that my man pulled out an old school move out like that, and everybody was confused. 'Cause listen, you got to play your audience,
Yeah.
and a lot of these younger crowds are not going to understand that until they put it out on the internet. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, like
You know, we're going back. We're going
Samoa
back.
Samoan grip like that, like that's crazy. But bro, I'm so happy for Jacob. Like I said it before, my man's a beast. My man is coming out of jail and then fighting his way up through the independents for GCW,
Yeah.
MLW, and then my
Yep.
man got a call up to WWE, bro. Get your money, bro. Shout
Yep.
out to Jacob, you
Yep.
know. And my man is trying to get my man Zilla up there. I hope he doesn't go, but
Yeah.
because I love Zilla and I think
Yeah.
Zilla is the man for fourth rope. But get your paycheck, dog.
Yeah, yeah,
Thanks.
man. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yep.
the fat tooth thing. I mean, that was great because I think they bringing the move back is to show you just how real this anger is that Fatu has for Roman Reigns. So I think from a storyline aspect and a writing aspect, it was a very smart play. And to your point, John, that the younger people don't know about that. So when you break that out, they're like, well, what's the problem with that? Why is that such a thing? And then they'll go back and they'll probably have like a package, like a video package of like the why you can't be done. And then, oh God, this is why. And then it becomes like a whole thing. So very well done. I did notice the botch. It was a good catch on your part. I was gonna say, I was like, never noticed something was off there, but that was good. In terms of Danhausen, yes, this is great because you need in wrestling when in a business that we're supposed to take everything quite seriously that's happening in front of us, you need that comedic relief. You need that time to give people a moment to be able to laugh and to remember that you're still having fun while doing this, while enjoying these physical and destroying matches on people's bodies and souls and shit. Like, so it's great. The Miz is perfect to do it against because once again, company
he's a funny
guy,
gimmick.
and
Yep.
he works with R-Truth. He works with, and that's the thing, is you have your truth. You have these people who have these runs as these comedic talents. WWE has always been great with utilizing the comedic talents of people. Always. Where I think AEW kind of fumbled with Danhausen. It worked for a little while, and then I think they just lost it. WWE is doing a much better job. So props to them. Shout out to Miz to not getting released, but I think also because he is a locker room guy. He is someone that pretty much does what's asked of him, and it still is quite popular. I don't know if he still has that show on USA, Miz and Mrs. or whatever with him and Maurice, but I mean he's still a draw. He's going to bring in money, so they keeping around is not necessarily the worst thing.
And to see that my man like still is there, like you said, like he's a locker room guy. I don't know if you guys know this. Miz got kicked out of the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why though,
booed.
right?
What was he was he eating over a gym bag or something like that? No,
Something
You know
like
who's
that,
gym
right?
bag?
Yeah,
You know who's
who?
gym bag?
Yeah.
Chris Benoit.
He was eating over Benoit's.
So he got booted because he was. I don't know if they pulled a rib on him, but somebody took because nobody liked the Miz.
Yeah, well, because
Because
everyone saw him as the real world guy, and what did you really do to get here? Yeah, you did tough enough,
Yeah, yep.
Stuff like that. So I think that as someone who does that and who studied for quite some time in that profession, I can imagine that's kind of like
Yeah, and they made a lie. I don't think he did it, but they made a lie over that he was eating over the bag, and then Benoit went in there and they booted his ass out. But shout out to the Undertaker, got him back
he let him
in.
back in.
Yeah.
Taker was the one that gave him the blessing to be like, all right, kid, come back in. Like,
Yeah, yep. But shout out to the Miz, man. My man's still at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Nicely done. All right. Let's jump into SmackDown. And actually, before we jump into SmackDown, real quick, my grade for Raw, like a 5. So if you want to, well, what did you guys think?
I was gonna go
Disagree?
5. I was gonna go 5. Yeah, that's it wasn't. It was filler setup. We gotta get to the next PLE, but we can't give you anything, so we have to kind of move the story along the line.
I'll give it a 4. You know,
Ooh.
it's just, bro, it's pitiful. You know, you're supposed to be the juggernaut show.
Right.
You know, when
you're the flagship show for WWE.
Bro, when I was a kid, it was Monday Night Raw was the night, bro.
Right.
You got Stone Cold coming out, busting through with
religiously
glass.
bro.
I'm telling you, when Rikishi ran him over,
I would go for the Rock.
I would go to school and I would go up to my homies. I'm like, bro, who the hell do you think did it? For weeks. That was the show to watch. And then you got SmackDown. You had The Rock, Eddie Guerrero. Like, that was, bro, pro wrestling was the shit at the time.
That was live.
Now, bro, Monday Night Raw, dude, the first show for Netflix, I'll give it an 8, bro. That was a fucking kick-ass show. You had Penta show up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, like, blew the roof off. And now Penta
alone gives it the 8, which is crazy.
Bro, and then like, where are we now?
Right. Exactly. No, agreed.
We're at a 4.
Well, you know what, John? Get ready to get even more disappointed because we're going to talk about SmackDown 3, and I'm going to go quick. 3 bueno points and 1 no bueno point. Ready? I'm going to list it and we just talk about it. Ready? Bueno. Ricky Saints debut. Like that he came out and challenged Cody, you know, because they go way back with AEW and the Indies. So it was a nice little callback to that. The Gunter attack on Cody. I liked it because I'm a Gunter guy, but why? Because it doesn't make sense to me yet. Because I'm like, what's happening? And the best bueno part of the whole episode, because everything else sucked, was the funeral setup for the gingerbread man next week on SmackDown. Can't wait to watch that. Let's go, gingerbread man. I loved every bit of that. So that's the 3 buenos. And then the 1 no bueno. Why
the rest of the episode?
Yes, the rest of the episode. But why did the Usos come out looking like a Burger King Whopper wrapper and in their matching getup? And like, why was that thing at the end very necessary? Like, I don't know. I felt like the episode was declining, and then once they had their match, it just really felt flat for me. The episode started off as a 6, but then went down to a 5 for me. Those are my points. What do you guys think? Go ahead, attack. Floor is yours.
John, I'll let you go. John. Go ahead.
Damn. Listen, what are we doing? Bro, I love Ricky Saints, bro, man. Like, the fact that he went from AEW to never seeing him for a month and then show up to NXT like he did.
Yeah.
Applaud to you, my guy. And the fact that you climbed your ranks and you didn't get released and you came to SmackDown, came to Cody Rhodes like he did, love it.
Yeah.
But what are we doing with Gunter? Why are, like, I understand he's trying to be the Mr. Retirement. Retire everybody, bounce. I love it. But now, are we giving him the belt?
Right.
Like, what are we doing with that? Like, where's Randy Orton? Are we not getting a backlash with him and Cody again?
Right.
Like, what happened in that story? You know what's going to happen? We're going to see my backlash. He's going to punt Cody in the head. I'm telling you right now, clip this.
Oh.
Randy Orton's coming back at Backlash, and then this is me telling you the future.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that match again.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see Randy Orton return.
What was the other points?
Oh, the gingerbread, the funeral of the gingerbread man,
like,
and the Usos.
I don't understand the whole gingerbread thing, but like, can we just get a story with him and Trick, him and Sammy? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
we don't need all this.
We don't need
Carmelo. Throw Carmelo in there
too. Dude, even that, like, throw him in. Like, get a triple threat going. Like, that's wrestling. Why are we doing a gingerbread? Like, what is, like, you know what it is, bro? It's the 2K shit. They're trying to put him in the video game.
The gingerbread man.
Unlock the
right.
gingerbread man character.
Yeah, yep. And that's what they're doing. And then
$5.99. No, you got to buy them now. You don't unlock anymore. You buy.
Kiss
Yeah.
my ass, you gotta buy them.
Bro, that's a whole nother discussion. Like the fact that we're paying $150 for a video game just to pay more money.
No.
Fuck you.
All right.
No.
And then
No
Uso's looking like Whopper, Burger King Whopper rapper. What do you guys think of that? Did you notice?
I
or
think,
no?
I think they're just killing their characters now.
Yeah.
We're looking at the next New Day,
Ooh, ouch.
and it sucks to say that because I love Jimmy and Jay,
Yeah.
but like the fact that we cut Jay's single run so quickly because everybody got over the yeet
Yeah.
kind of sucks because like where are we going from here? Are they getting another title run?
Right.
Like, no, we're just gonna get them behind Roman Reigns in the main event on the coattails of Roman, and that's it. That sucks.
Yeah.
But
Well said, man.
The Usos I didn't even notice the Whopper thing, but now I'm hungry. And then we had the gingerbread man thing. I'm over it. Like let's be done with this. To John's point, like let's just have them just fight it out and let's get it. I understand you're trying to be funny, you're trying to be cute, trying to get over, with the younger fans and stuff. But yeah, I don't need all of it to come to me twice. I gotta see this shit twice. Like no, I'm good. Then we had what was the other points? Should be the other one first.
Gunther and Ricky.
Okay. So let's start with Ricky Saints. Ricky Saints, great. To your point, going back to the time in AEW with Cody Rhodes and the Indies and stuff. So I think Cody was very happy to do that. Great way for Ricky Saints to make his debut in a championship match. It was also like, hey man, you AEW, like, look, I'm not winning the match, but at least I'm fighting their best. Like, so I think that was great. The Gunther thing, to your point, John, I think Orton comes back and possibly costs Cody the belt. Gunther might actually take it here. He costs him the belt, and then because Cody's been here for a minute, right? When's the last time Cody had a vacation? It's been a while, right?
It's been a while.
Because he was still around when Drew had the belt, right? Wasn't he? Because he fought him a couple times.
I think it was when Cena took the belt off him.
So that's a year. That's a year ago.
Yeah.
So he might be due for another little time off. So having Orton punt him, and now you can do an Orton Gunther thing, because didn't they have like a problem in the Royal Rumble or something where they King of the Ring, some shit like 2 years ago? You can rebuild. You can rebuild that feud maybe. So I'm thinking this is me just fan writing, because I can't think of any other reason or any reason why the Gunther thing did happen, unless this
how many title reigns did Cody get now? He's on 3.
I think he's number 3 right now.
This is 3.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get him up to 10. Watch.
This is 3. Oh, and they'll succeed.
Yeah,
and they'll succeed. But to keep pulling it off him and putting it on him is one thing. But Gunther would be your best bet to do it, because he can carry that belt over there, and he's the fucking best heel. So it'll get you a long way. But that's the only thing that I can think as to why they would involve Gunther in this.
Bro's chops are crazy though. My man can chop. Bro can chop a whole dude. He's like the Big Show.
Chest hurts just thinking about it, man. Walter be whooping that ass.
Yeah, Walter. He keeps calling him Walter, bro. He'll always be Walter to him.
Dude, that's an Indies plug right there, though. I fucks with that. Walter was the man, and we're talking thick Walter too. Bro.
Yeah,
big boy Walter.
Big Walter, man.
Dang, bro. All right. Well, I gave it a 5. What'd you guys think?
It's
4 ropes. 4 ropes.
I'll give it a 4.5 just because,
just to be nice.
Like Cody, like getting pissed, bro. I love when Cody gets pissed, bro.
Right.
I'm sick and tired of oh my dad. Right. I'm tired of that, dude. Yeah. I don't want to hear the crybaby no more, bro. I need Cody Rhodes pissed.
You see, I'm not the only one that hates the crybaby crap. Like,
I didn't say you were the only one that hates. I'm saying,
dude. Listen, I love emotion, but how many times are we gonna see him cry?
Yeah.
Like.
Even on the podcast, he gets emotional. He's like,
"Yeah, what are you doing?"
It's a man in touch with his feelings, man.
I love it, but bro, I need you, dude. You got a black eye and you crying. Get pissed.
Fact. Get pissed. There you go, John. Dropping nuggets. I love it. But now let's talk about the final piece. the recent releases, man. I mean, this is very important.
Yeah.
Just to name a few people down the list that we're probably going to touch on, like you said, Aleister Black, Zelina Vega, Kyrie Sane, Santos Escobar, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, the whole Wyatt Six, Motor City Machine Guns, the New Day, Tonga Loa, JC Mateo, and yeah, I
A
mean,
new day.
guys, I mean, thoughts, ideas, like what do you guys think? Unless you want me to go first, because I think I may have a different approach on this.
Go ahead. Knock it
Shoot.
out.
Shoot.
I am actually very excited about this because in the world that we have embraced with this podcast in the last year and a half, and going to independent shows and knowing, learning the ins and outs and how these things work, I'm actually excited for the creative freedom that these wrestlers are about to have when they do get back on the indies. I'm excited to see, an Aleister Black and Zelina Vega versus a Karrion Kross Scarlet match, because it's going to go down. You know what I mean? I'm excited for Santos potentially going back to CMLL, because that means he'll be in AEW, perhaps. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see what Apollo Crews and the Wyatt Six, and then really, really, and I told you this, John, off camera, but I was like, I definitely hit up Wes and Smoke, and I said, bro, the New Day are available. Get them.
Again,
Get them to the show, bro. Why, like, the possibility of having the New Day with the creative freedom at fourth rope versus the Hardys for a tag match, throw 5150 in there,
or the infantry, dog.
right? That's what I'm saying. So my thought process is, because I have such a tremendous love for the indies right now, because it's legit and it's fun and then interactive, the possibilities now are endless. And I know it sucks because the goal is to make it to the major leagues and stay there and retire there. I get that.
There you go.
But from a fan standpoint, I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next 6 months, next year. Wow. What do you guys think?
I think that Aleister Black needs to come to fourth rope immediately. He needs to test the waters with ROH. He needs to just be on an independent run for like a good year or two before, because we all know he gonna go back to AEW. It's just that fact. But I also saw rumors that apparently he didn't like how shit went over there. But obviously, bro, they on independent, bro.
Yeah.
He's old enough for him that he's good, bro. You got your bread. Him and his wife, should come do independent shows. Escobar, bro, you got that world in your hands, dog.
Yeah.
Go run with it. If I was him, I'd go test AEW, see what they offer you.
Yep.
Who's another one? The dude, what's his name? Off the bloodline they just let off?
Tangaloa or JC Mateo?
Dude,
Jeff
let me
Cobb?
tell you about Jeff Cobb, bro. He a beast. I like him. The other dude, he a botchamania.
Tangaloa?
Yeah, dude. He's
What do you mean? He's
like,
the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the guy. He's the best
Don
Samoan at all of
You
them.
mean Don Lomado over there?
bro.
Hey, yo.
I think
But man,
I think he was cool back in like
New Japan?
Japan days. Yeah,
Yeah.
Japan. I think he was a beast there, but like he lost the sting somewhere. I don't know what it is. It sucks because like he's related to the other dude, right? That's his brother.
Yeah,
I
they're
think so.
all related.
They're all,
somehow.
there's a relation in there for most of them.
Yeah, like, and the fact that your brother's there and you just got booted because you stink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucks. It's just the name of the game and the New Day, bro. Like,
the New Day, man.
yeah, I think there's something went wrong with him, Xavier Woods, and I think the Page situation. I don't know if anyone else thinks that way. I think it got awkward, and I think Xavier thought about, hey, I need to get out of here, and Kofi can't do it without him, because what are you gonna do with Kofi? Put him in a singles run? Ain't gonna work. It ain't Kofi Mania no more.
No, you did that and you wasted it.
Right. And Brock Lesnar whooped your ass for it.
And he wasted it. And they wasted
it. That's, I mean, listen, there's budget cuts for everything, and I get it. Money's a big thing, but the fact that they did my man Uncle Howdy dirty like that, your brother Bray Wyatt, rest his soul. You know, my man Eric, aka Enzo Amore, that's his best friend. Um, it's just sad, bro. Like I told one of my friends that, you know, when Uncle Hattie got in, I'm like, you know, I hope they don't waste this. And then his brother passed away, and then I'm like, they gonna do him dirty. I already knew they were gonna do him dirty from the get go because the way how they did the storyline when they got there, it was dude, the biggest pop
Mm-hmm.
when they were doing those little like vignettes and like when they first came here and Chad Gable was bleeding out of his face, we thought
Mm-hmm.
he was dead. And then the fact that they just like
Yeah, we
they didn't
did
do
think he was dead. I
They shit
remember
the
they
bed.
that.
They shit the bed.
bro, they gave him the titles and then that was
And
it.
then what? Right.
They shit the bed,
Like
man.
you didn't give Uncle Howdy anything. Like you didn't even
No.
give him like a US title run or
No.
like anything. Like we didn't get anything. They decides, all right, we're gonna push you to the bloodline. Oh, they're gonna take your lantern, and that's it.
No.
Yeah.
This will
The
be
fuck is
what this
that,
gimmick
bro?
is. Yeah.
Yeah, like it just sucks. And I hope he doesn't stop wrestling. I hope he comes and does independent. And I hope he changes his name. And I hope he comes another. You know, I hope he doesn't go back to Bo Dallas. That would suck.
Yeah. No.
But
That
I
would
hope
be
he stays with the whole gimmick of like Bray Wyatt-esque. You know.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's gonna be. It
Um,
has to be something
Homage.
different because
Yeah, because they can't
Yeah.
use
WWE
Uncle
owns
Howdy
it.
because
Yeah.
that's property. But I mean the with them, I think especially it stinks because you could have done something with Uncle Howdy. You know, I think the
Yeah.
problem was you had to maintain this. I don't want to use the word circus. I want to use this theatrics with the other 5 people. You had
Mm-hmm.
to do this with all of them. I think if you focused and concentrated just on one person, it probably would have worked a lot better. And to your point, I think, you know, getting rid of him along with everybody else is terrible because you could have probably tried this a quick little run with him again and done still some of this kind of supernatural type stuff, and it would have worked. And it would have worked if it's just one, but you had to do it with the whole group. How do you stop a whole group? You don't have enough factions to go against this to go
Right.
be going against each other to have warring factions like that. You got like 2 factions, so you
Right.
you can't, you know. And if they're this badass, then you're never gonna have it. It's here we go with NWO, NWO
Mm-hmm.
so it's the thing there. The New Day to me is the one that hurts. But I also read that there was like, I think the Page coming back thing, I think that was definitely made things uncomfortable to the point that maybe that Xavier was like, all right, let me talk my way out of my contract if I can. And then Kofi's like, well, fuck it, yeah, I'll, you know, without him here, they're not gonna give me that singles run again. So I'll go make money elsewhere and then maybe come back. You know, the way sometimes people do. But it's a bummer. It's a bummer because it's, you know, a bunch of talent that's gone, and you know you never see anyone lose their job. You know, people got to eat and shit, so it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I think on the other side, these releases have to happen so that you can bring up the Ricky Staines. Like I said before, the Ricky Staines, the Royce Keys, you know, the JC Janes who came up on SmackDown and stuff.
That's
like,
right. She did come up.
you know, like so you kind of it's the circle of life in wrestling, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it stinks, but you have to make room for these other people because you have to get younger. Unfortunately, that's what it is. You know, the wrestling is good enough as long as your body will take it, and the older you get, the body don't heal the same. So,
Right.
you know, it's that's kind of what's noted there. But yeah, I mean, bummer all around, man.
I mean, the fact that like Eric Rowan, dude, you didn't even get to see him do anything. He just sat there with a hammer in his hand. And I get it, bro. Like you know, he was the original like Wyatt, and they try to do tribute to him too. But like, you don't even bring back Braun Strowman.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like you just leave him in the dust.
Well,
And like,
Strowman's got his USA show about eating through the world. So
yeah, and that's gonna and
That's
and they
fun.
say, dude, nicest guy ever, dude.
Yeah,
You
he's-
know,
yeah, no,
I met,
he came into the restaurant I used to work at, and
Yeah.
and the server was like, nah, man, he was just like a very, very nice dude, like very polite and like really cool.
yeah, and then and my man Eric, Enzo Amore, he's that's his good friend too, bro. And like, dude, the fact he almost brought him to Six Flags show, and I would have met him there, but like, dude, the stories I hear about him, he's the nicest guy. But the fact that they didn't bring him in for that is crazy. And
So,
you know, they just did that whole Wyatt thing, like
they didn't do it
fucked.
right. They didn't do it right.
Nah,
They did a
they didn't.
disservice. They didn't do it right.
and you can only blame one person, and it's Triple H, and that sucks.
It's creative, the head of creative, unfortunately. Yeah.
It sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I hope it's not like I hope this is the end of this year's releases. I hope that no other folks are gonna get because what also made me kind of nervous too is like when Royce Keys had his match, he destroyed one of the Garzas, and then I was like, oh no, I really hope like this is not their way of like eventually booting them out. You know what I mean? Because
Slowly,
it's like,
slowly filtering people out.
I'm
Which
sorry, but
sucks.
the fact that they changed his name, you couldn't give him Powerhouse Hobbs, bro. You know why
no,
they did that?
well, he said he wanted to change. He said he wanted
Yeah,
to.
but you know why they did that, right?
Why?
Because of West Side Gun, like not liking West Side because he had, names of other wrestlers on his tracks, and he has a track called Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh.
So they
Yeah.
took his name. Bro, listen, I know it all. Royce Keys, bro, he didn't want Royce. He wanted Powerhouse. And listen, we could sit here all day talking about Fourth Rope and what they did and how dirty they did West Side, even though my man was still at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, like the politics of bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
who gives a shit about whose name is what? Like,
Right.
just let the man just whatever.
Make a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, you know what? In the spirit of our episodes and what we do here at Primos for Life, we could definitely finish off this staple question sandwich with
hmm
this final question for you, John. Uh, let's talk dream matches, right? If you could book any dream
Jeez.
match with any talent right now at any Mania or Double or Nothing or you know Turning Point, whatever pay-per-view PLE you want to do it at, who are the
Mm.
players? What's the PLE? What's the stipulation? What's the match? Give us current roster and then give us like legends. If you could pull back a legends match that you would want to see now, give us those two matches and then we go from there, brother. What are you thinking?
Jeez. I gotta do a shout out to my brother, Mance Warner, bro. My man, a killer. Give my man Mance Warner and Terry Funk right down the middle. Hardcore match, barbed wire. We're
Oof.
doing flames. We're doing it at barely legal in WECW, bro.
Wow.
97.
That's
But
Nice.
bro, that's my man, bro. Like my Mance Warner, dude. Like yeah, I see him all the time. We got to show up in Poughkeepsie this May on the 16th, and him and his wonderful wife Steph Delander is going to be there. She just debuted a few months ago after a terrible neck surgery. It's awesome to see her there.
wow.
And the fact that listen, TNA, bro, I think they're great. But they did my girl dirty. They did him dirty, and just to see them flourish and back into the independent. My man just got back on the ROH. He's gonna
Yeah.
be on TV on Thursday nights. And yeah, Terry Funk, Mance Warner, Hardcore Mash, ECW, Barely Illegal 97.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
Good
Okay.
call. Good
All
call.
right.
Like it, man. Like it.
Dang. All right. Bueno, John, we want to take this opportunity to go ahead and thank you so much for
Thank you, brother.
like for real, taking the time to really chat with us, and being brave enough to actually, really reach out and accept the invitation. You don't know how much that
Of
means to
course,
us. We
Yeah.
we feel like in the beginning when we started this, like this was part of our gimmick, our shtick, right? We wanted to talk to fans, and we did bring on some folks, but then it almost like felt like some people got intimidated and they were like, "No, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I know that much wrestling. I don't know this or that." But for
bro.
you to like, be, gangster
To,
with
ta-
it
to
and just
take us up on it and come
yeah,
out and like you said, give us your time because once again we know how valuable it is and to drop all the knowledge that you've picked up, being at Fourth Rope and to be able
yeah,
to kind of
Mhm.
pull back the curtain on some of the stuff there and some of the professionals there that you're acquainted with and are friends with. I mean,
Mhm.
we humbly thank you and we just really appreciate it and want to just say once again like we can't thank you enough, because
Oh, thank you guys.
we
I
tell people all the
appreciate it.
time, like, hey man, like come, well, we want to talk. So thank you for taking us up and show
Bro,
people that you can do it, and people, you don't have to be as knowledgeable as Smack Talker John here. But
yes, sir.
we're down to talk, because he'll tell you the love for wrestling. It doesn't matter your knowledge, as long as you love it. We're down to converse.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm always down, bro. You guys can ask me to come on any day of the week, bro. I love this
We'll
shit.
take you up on that shit. We will
Hell
take
yeah,
you up on
bro.
that, brother.
I'll
Thank you
come
so
in all
much.
the time. But before I go, I want to do a quick shout out to y'all, my man Primos. Shout out to the Hispanic culture, bro. My dad's a Puerto Rican. My family in Delaware. Everybody out there is all my relatives are Boricuas. I don't speak Spanish, but I understand it. So if y'all talk
Yeah.
shit, I will understand what y'all saying. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm just for the culture. Shout out to my man,
Fantastic.
Real One, Cha Cha Charlie. Shout out to my
Primo.
man. Shout out to my man's West Side Gunsmoke. There's a Prime, my man Billy Clubs, my man Philly from California. Y'all were with him at WrestleMania. Like the list goes
Oh, you
on.
talking about Phil?
Yeah, that's my man's, bro.
Phil's the man, bro.
Bro,
He's a
he
sweetheart.
is. Let me tell you something, man. He hit me up one day and we just became homies.
Yeah.
And dude, he's like nonstop, always hitting me up and always checking up on me. That is a real friend, bro. That, let me tell you
Facts.
something, loyal. Like he don't give a fuck about nothing but being a good ass person. And I cherish that guy always. And
Agreed.
I took care of his ass in Philly when he came up for Fourth Row Philadelphia, and I made sure my man got an autograph from every person, took every photo. I made sure he got taken care of. But yeah, shout out to my man Phil.
Yeah, he's the
Shout
man.
out to I think I said Billy Clubs. He was the man backstage letting me come through and help through with Fourth Rope in Philadelphia. Shout out to my man Prime. Shout out to my the athletic group I was with today, Hard Work Athletics. They are awesome. Check them out, man. Get yourself some athletic wear. We got like pro wrestling type shirts there that you guys can wear. Again, it's Hard Work Athletics, WHA. No, my bad. HWA. My bad. I'm
All good, all good.
You're good.
But yeah, it's awesome. Like just to be part of them. And I don't want to forget anybody, but hopefully they don't take it the wrong way. But like I said, shout out to my man Mance Warner, Steph DeLander. Shout out to you guys for inviting me, man. Like I said before, you guys are awesome. And shout out to Fourth Rope. Heels Have Eyes. Hopefully we have a show coming soon. I think we're going to be in New Orleans. I'm not sure.
Nice.
Yeah, we are. I've heard the rumors. New Orleans, Boston, somewhere on the West Coast. So
yeah, I think we were supposed to have Boston this month, but that shit got pushed because of West Side tour. But it's all good. Make sure y'all buy some merch when it pops off. I just got myself another hat.
Me too. I got yours too, Ariel. We'll talk about it later.
Yo, I'm going bankrupt just on that.
Facts, bro.
But, like I said, shout out to the whole Fourth Row community, from Zilla to Josh Bishop to Tyara James to shit. Give me another name. Fucking the whole tag team from the Hardy Boys, bro. I met the Hardy Boys in Poughkeepsie. The nicest guys, and you know what? They took time with you and shook your hand and did dude. They're the best. Just shout out to independent wrestling as itself, dog.
There you go.
Like the fact that people take their time and energy to go out there and bust their ass and then go home, even if they make $100, at least they tried. Shout out to my man Ricky Price. My man is in an independent show right now called ISPW. He just won a briefcase last night against Danny Moff. I don't know if you guys know who Danny Moff is and Sean Donovan, but dude, that tag team, Sent to Slaughter, old school as it gets. You guys want to watch like a go on if you have Triller. We have a show up in Poughkeepsie called ACW, and they have right now they have a rivalry against the Now, and they're the owners of the company of ACW. They had like this rivalry since like last year. You need to go watch that shit, man.
Oh, okay.
Like Sent to Slaughter in the Now, they had nonstop wrestling, and then they just had a match with the Righteous and the Hardy Boys. They just did a whole like match up there a couple months ago. But yeah, you guys gotta watch that. Shout out to Richard Holiday, Killer Cross, Mike Santana, another
Yeah,
Boricua.
that's
Bro,
Santana.
just like I said, I hope I'm not missing nobody, but thank y'all for real for letting me come on,
Oh,
and
man.
I appreciate y'all, and I hope I can do this again soon.
Of
Looking
course,
forward
brother.
to it, man.
Anytime, just hit us
Muchísimas
up.
gracias,
We'll make it
man.
happen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, muchísimas gracias, man. You know, Boricuas, you know, your boy Smackdown John right here representing,
Yes,
all
sir.
right? Thank you
Fourth
very
row,
much for coming
baby.
on. Primo for life. Muchísimas gracias. Awesome.
Yeah, brother. All right, we'll be in touch, man. We'll
Yes,
talk to you
sir.
later,
We'll holler
man.
at you later, John. Thank you. Thanks again,
Yes,
my
sir.
man. Thank you.
Later, man. Man, wasn't that fun, dude? Like,
Bro, do you talk
yeah.
about someone who's it was great because for someone who was in the industry and not, you know, on the wrestling side of it, which is a lot of the people that we have had, you know, to be able to get that fan aspect and that, you know, also employee aspect and friend aspect, I think was really cool. And of course, you know, be able to just chat with somebody else and have see
Right.
the questions that they have on certain things that you were questioning. And you know, maybe, you know, he dropped some knowledge on us, we dropped some knowledge on him. It was great, man. That was a fun time. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, man. It was totally refreshing, like you said, just to have a different perspective, just, you know,
Right.
because, you know, like what happens with us is like sometimes I feel like we come off like just a little too, not negative, but just repetitive with like our dissatisfaction with the product sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Yep.
I did appreciate, you know, someone different coming on and then he's just as pissed. He's just as mad because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and how many times have I told you? I'm like, this is why I'm having more fun with the independents because like I
Yeah.
go and I watch these 5-star matches that nobody sees. And
Yeah.
it's like almost like the excitement, it's like the holy grail. It's almost like a speakeasy, right? It's like, oh, you don't know it's there, but when you go and you go in there and it's like the music's popping, the drinks are on point, the vibe is good. It's,
Right.
it's exactly what independent wrestling is right now. It's just like
Yeah.
it's more fun to watch that than to go to a backlash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Especially when you're spending backlash money or raw money or SmackDown money. Like that's
right.
you know, to pay money for the shows that we were just speaking about. Yeah, I'm not over the moon about, or I wouldn't be had I not been sitting on my ass and watching them from my couch.
Right.
I would not have been, you know, the happiest of dudes. So to your point, yes. And you know, going to the Heels Have Eyes and having that stuff and then meeting, you know, John there and all that fun stuff, like it was great. So yeah, shout outs to the indies, man. Like just pick it up where you know the big boys are dropping the ball and doing a great job of doing it. So yeah, man, it was great. That was dope. It's really, really cool.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. But como siempre, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank all of our primos, primas, and our listeners for vibing with us, with riding with us, and just chilling with us, and just actually listening to us, man. It's just wild.
There we
It's
go.
crazy to see that, you know, we're throwing out these clips. People, it's funny. People are like reaching out. You're like, dang, you guys are at that level where, you know, you guys got correspondence now. And I was like, chill. Javi's the homie. Shout outs to Javi, doing a tremendous job.
He's doing a
Everybody's
great job.
excited.
He's doing a great job. Yeah, because my buddy came over from Florida. He was like, "Yo, man," he's like, "Who's that other dude?" I was like, "That's our guy on the street."
Yeah,
You know,
that's it. We just got people on the street.
You need the guy on the street, right? Everyone has their guy on the street. And Javi's killing it, man. He's dope.
Crushing
He's
it.
doing fantastic, man. Doing a great job, man. Thank you so much, bro. Like truly, man. Del alma, like greatly appreciated, brother. Like he's doing great, but yeah, I was like, man, no, that's not. You need the correspondent, right? It can't just be us. It can't just be us. You know, so we got the guy on the street, and he's killing it. He's doing a fantastic fucking job, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's just awesome that we're getting to this point, and then we just keep growing. We're gonna keep getting better. We're gonna keep rocking this thing because y'all rock with us, and we owe it to y'all. Because without you guys, we just be two local Latinos just talking mierda. Pero
just talking into a mic, just screaming at each other about wrestling, just being two crotchety old men like the old Muppet Show, like the two guys who sat in the balcony, like those guys, Statler and Waldorf. I think was I'm surprised I remember that. Holy shit! Like we'd be like those two guys, just arguing. Oh, do you know about that one is? Oh my god, that would be us. But because of the primos and the primas out there, you know, like I said, this is a great run that we're on. It's always a lot better when we know you on it with us. It fuels us. It gives us that desire, that hunger, that want. So please hit the primosforlife.com, hit the smash the like, the notification, the this, the that, whatever it may be. Please tell a friend. And for all those who are now listening, like I said, you don't have to be the biggest fan. Just, well, come on, we can chat. We can chat about just an episode and see how it feels. So thank you all very much. Muchísimas gracias de nosotros, the bottom of our hearts, man. We can't do this without you. I think I'm rambling, so I will just get to the point where I say we will see you when we see you.
Yeah. Shout outs to John. We will see you when we see you. Take care, everyone.
Go Knicks.
Go Knicks.